today's episode. Let's get into it. All right, so let's start prepping this salmon. First, we got to get it out of the package, rinse it off real good, and get it on the cutting board. And then I'm just gonna pat it dry on both sides with some paper towels, get it nice and dry. Okay, so now it's time to put our brine together. And remember, this is not just going to brine the salmon, but it's actually gonna cure the salmon. Now, I did my research on that. I'm gonna put some links to some of the stuff that I read in the description, but right now let's get into making this brine, all right? All right, so here are the ingredients of the dry brine. First, you need a half a cup of ground pepper, 1 cup of kosher salt, 3 cups of brown sugar. Now, the recipe I followed recommended dark brown sugar, but from my reading, you can do this any way you want. You can use dark brown sugar, light brown sugar, regular white sugar, or combination, doesn't really matter. So now we're gonna mix all of this together, and then we want to completely cover our salmon in this mixture, top and bottom. So first, let's start by adding a layer to the bottom of my container, and then I'll be sitting my salmon fillet on top. Next, we want to completely cover the entire fillet with this dry brine solution. Then we want to place a sheet of plastic wrap over the salmon and press it down nice and tight over the whole thing. We want to get all of the air out. And what this does is this helps trap the moisture into the salmon. Now we're going to put this in the fridge for at least 8 hours or so. I actually left it in there longer. I came back the next day to take my salmon out and get ready to put it on the smoker, walk to the back doors and get ready to set the grill up, and it was raining cats and dogs, and it kept raining. So I actually had to leave my salmon in the brine another day, maybe 2 days if I remember correctly. But remember, this is a cure, not just a brine, so it's fine to sit in there longer if you need it to, all right? Okay, so it's been a couple of days now, and it's time to take our salmon out of the fridge and get it out of this brine. All right, so the first thing we want to do is rinse the brine off. And then we'll sit it on the counter, pat it dry, and just let it hang out on the counter for at least an hour or so. Now what we're looking for is this kind of tacky, sticky film that will start to develop over the top of the brine. They call it the pellicle. And the pellicle is actually just protein that's liquid inside of the salmon when the salmon is alive, of course, and it starts to turn into like this gel. It will come to the surface as your salmon is hanging out on the counter. Now, full disclosure, I didn't leave mine on the counter long enough, so I didn't get very much of that pellicle. But what I have seen some people do is take a fan and put their salmon in front of the fan, and it kind of speeds that process along. All right, so you may want to do that if you have that available. Otherwise, just leave it on the counter for an hour or so until you start to see that sticky white kind of film develop on top of the salmon. And the reason why you want that is because your smoke will kind of stick to that, and you'll have more smoke flavor when you're doing your salmon. Okay, so now it's time to put it on the smoker. So my grill is set up for low and slow cook, and I'm trying to be somewhere around 225 to 240 degrees with this cook. Need to go out there and check and make sure everything is okay. So let's go on out to the grill and see what's going on. Came out here to check on it and found out that my temperature had spiked. I was up over 300 degrees, but guess what? It's ready. I'm gonna pull it. It tastes good too. All right, let's pull it, man. I'm glad I came out here and checked earlier than I planned on checking. Let's go. Alright, so I caught this thing in time, thank God, before it dried out. Now it's time for the taste test. And I'll tell you guys, both me and my wife were really blown away by the flavor that this technique imparted into the salmon. Now remember, I didn't put anything on the salmon, no seasoning at all. That's not what I typically do. But the salmon got so much flavor from the brine, you know, with the sugar, the salt, the black pepper. It was really, really good. I like the other way because it's just so moist and flaky. If you take it off at the right time, it'll melt in your mouth. What I love about this is the flavor and the way the texture changes. It becomes more dense. It's almost, I don't know if you've ever had tuna steak before, but it's kind of, it becomes a little more dense like that. It's very firm, so it's not going to break away or come apart on you when you're taking it apart or when you're taking it off the grill. This is a win in our book. I would like you to check out my original recipe. It's a good thing to do when you don't have the time for an 8, 10, 12 hour brine. You just want to come on, get it on the grill. Sometimes you want to come on a weeknight and do something smoked that takes 2 hours or less. That recipe is good for that, so I'm going to put a link to it at the end of this video. Hey, thanks for watching this far. If you liked what you saw in this video, please consider giving this video a like. And if you like the content overall, please consider subscribing. Hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button so you'll know when I post new videos. All right, let's run on the grill. Later.